Hello everybody, a very good morning to you all and welcome back to another Taurex and Atmos live stream here on this Wednesday morning. Hope everyone has had a good trading week and is looking forward to this stream where we're going to be going through some of my current open trades. Literally opened a trade about an hour ago, I posted it in the Discord channel, and I want to do a quick run through of that trade idea as well. If you are around this morning, feel free to pop up and say hello. I don't know if we're having oh, good morning. Hello. I don't know if we're having some issues with YouTube there, because normally there's more people coming on than there is right now. We're getting some people coming through now. Hello to you all. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope the trading week so far has treated you well. And it's we had a bank holiday on Monday in the UK, but markets are back now on Tuesday, and now we're on Wednesday. So we should, fingers crossed, get some really good market movements this week. So hopefully I can deliver some of those best moves for you. And we're going to look at some of the news events, some of the things that have been driving the markets. Also, if there are any particular markets that anyone wants me to cover, please drop them in the YouTube chat now with the time frame that you'd like me to cover, and I will be able to go through those markets for you, no problem at all. Okay, cool. Hello to those on the YouTube channel. We have got Sudeep, hello to you. Good to see you. Daniel, I am doing well. Hope you are as well. Good morning to you, Soliman. Hello to you, Shagufta. T-, Dan, hello to you as well. Musfira, hope you're doing well as well. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope your week has treated you well so far. Let's try to share and like the video so it can reach a wider. Wow, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Yes, that would be great. USD Swiss, USD Japanese yen on the 4-hour trend riders. Yeah, we can take a look at those, see if there's any market opportunities there. Millie, hello to you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining and thank you for the comment. We are doing the giveaway again today, like we did on Monday. So just comment win to be put into a live draw, which will be drawn at the end of, or towards the end of the stream. Make sure if you do comment win and you want to be eligible to win the prize, please make sure that you stay to claim the prize at the end. The prize that we had on Monday, the 50% giveaway, the person who won it still hasn't commented the Discord username, so they didn't claim the prize, which is annoying. Because obviously I want to give the prize away to people. So do make sure you stay on the stream towards the end if you do want access to that prize. Okay, good to see. Right. Let's just quickly talk briefly about something we spoke about at the beginning of the week with the New Zealand dollar and the New Zealand national, can't get my words out today, the RBNZ, who delivered its next interest rate decision. They decided to lower its interest rate by 25 basis points. That was expected. However, the thing that was slightly different was the RBNZ's Hawkesby noted that inflation is in the target range, and deciding to hold a vote on rates was a healthy sign. Pretty much, just to summarise it for you, because I won't spend too long on it, he was fairly hawkish in his statement. He actually said that maybe this is a time for a pause in interest rates. So the reaction that we saw oh, look at that GU trade. Here we go. That's one of my main things I want to show you. Just to quickly show you the reaction on the New Zealand dollar. Where is it? Today. It was a fairly positive one. You can see that the New Zealand dollar is gaining some ground against the US dollar, against the Canadian dollar, against the Japanese yen. And there was a bit of a rejection, but we're still looking pretty good for New Zealand dollar strength. And that's basically that hawkishness coming through. Let me just read some of the comments on the chat just quickly. So, T-, DXY and the EU on the 4-hour, of course, no problem. Hello to those who are commenting win. Thank you for the comments. So, please, how I can study fundamental analysis on my own. I know it's not going to be easy, but I want to go down that route. As it stands right now, the best thing is to utilize YouTube videos or blogs, and I can try and find some for you. I know this is not helpful for you right now, but I am building courses. They do take time because they're going to be produced really well and they're going to have really nice motion graphics to explain the concepts, etc. And those courses I'm currently building at the moment. There's 7 modules to the academy that I'm building, and I've done 2 of them so far, and I'm hoping that by the end of summer I can get the rest. And there is going to be a fundamental course in there. So just research some bits online, or in particular, let me know what pieces of fundamental analysis you want to learn, and I can point you in the right direction for some resources. Just whilst I'm still doing the course, because it's not quite ready at the moment, and I do apologise for that because it's quite a big project that we're working on, and I'm on my own doing it. So just bear with me on that one. So that will be coming soon. Okay. So some strength in the New Zealand dollar in terms of the news events that we're expecting for today. It's starting to get volatile. There's starting to be some high impact news. The one that people will focus on for today is the FOMC meeting minutes. I will keep an eye on it, especially because I'm now in a dollar trade leading into the event. So I will obviously I will look at what's said in the FOMC meeting minutes, but as I said on Monday, this is like, for me, it's not anything that's really that important, because it's only the meeting notes from the meeting a month ago. So it's nothing that we don't know already, and I'll be surprised if we find out anything new. Okay, I'll be very surprised. Speaking of New Zealand dollar, US dollar, can we still get in on the retracement 4-hour jump to the 61.8? And we're at the 0.5 now, or wait for a retracement on the shorter time frame on the 5-minute and get in? Look at that. Nice reaction. That was the entry, wasn't it? We had that initial New Zealand dollar weakness against the dollar, and then we had the surge, the retracement back down to the 61.8. That was the entry for me. So for me, I'm probably too late to the trade, Daniel, to be honest. I'm at the 0.5 now. Wait for a retracement short time frames. Let's have a look at the short time frames. Yeah, I'd probably... There is potential here. It's high risk. But we have got potential at that 50%, another order block here. The thing I don't like about it really is the fact that we've got, imbalance in here as well underneath that. So this would be a really minimal risk trade. But yeah, that was the entry. So maybe put that down as a lesson. I haven't got that entry obviously either, but I will take a look. I want to show you GU basically, because it's the trade that I'm in. But that is there's potential for more upside in the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, especially with that more hawkish RBNZ. Aruda, hello to you. Good to see gold analysis. Yeah, we'll take a look at gold as well. So let me just quickly go through my trade. GU, baby. Look at this. This is why it's very important to be in the Discord channel. I dropped the ball a little bit with the journaling and stuff, but from now on, and I'm going to show you my journal, and I'm going to prove to you that I basically told myself off in the journal. I'll show you it. But from now on, as always, every trade that I place, from a personal perspective, I'll be either executing it live on the stream, or I'll be putting it in the Discord channel before I execute, so you can see what I'm doing. I'm not telling you to do the same thing. You can do what you want. I'm just purely documenting my own trading journey. And if you want to join me on that journey and follow what I do, then this is the great thing. So let me just quickly, we've just hit 1-to-1 on GU. So let me explain the trade, because there's a lot of thought that's gone into this trade. The first thing I noticed was 61.8, the Fibonacci from this low to this high, the 61.8% situated right here. That golden area. 1.34673. Okay? The 50% of that imbalance, right, was literally to the pip on the 61.8% golden area. When I drop that down onto the hourly time frame, Again, you can see that zoomed in really, really nicely. So for me, that was always a decent entry, and I went straight off it. Now, the reason that I covered my own stop loss to here, to this wick, was basically because if I zoom in, underneath that imbalance was a bullish order block. There we go. No, this happened. This happened about an hour ago, Daniel. This entry. I put it in the Discord channel. So I was a bit worried about putting my stop loss here because I knew that there was a demand zone there. So I covered myself and put my stop loss there. You probably could say, well, why didn't you just go long here? Well, yeah. Hypothetically, there would have been a much better entry and I'd have been trading nearly 2 to 1. However, I thought that maybe we would get a reaction potentially straight from this area. So there was a lot of support coming in here for me. So I was happy with that entry. And now we're trading at 1 to 1. I will always do what I always do and close half of the trade and then look for a more sensible stop loss, as I always say. Now, what does that look like? Let me show you. So here we are, trading at 1 to 1 on GU. Okay. So I close. I've got 7.5 lots on. So I'll close 3.75 of the lots, banking 1% profit because it's a 2% risk. The rest of it I'll hold on to. And I'm now going to move my stop loss to just below this wick. Because I think now if we come down and we breach the 61.8 and breach this wick, we're probably going to come back down to 1.344. So I'm going to move my stop loss to 34600. 34600. And that's the beauty of trading, because I've taken some money off the table. I've had a more sensible stop loss. So it means that what happens from now, it doesn't matter. Because either way, if the market comes down and takes me out here, I've made profit overall. If the market goes to my target, which is up at 1.36, these highs up here, then I've made a great profit. And that's how that is how you risk manage your trades. Okay. Thank you very much, Bolu. I'm just reading some of the comments. If you're injured, most people comment win and they will leave, bro. Yeah, that's fine. You can claim the prize after the stream. You just have to re-watch it to see if you win. And if you have won, you'll need to comment on the video comment on the stream after I've left it with your Discord username, and I'll message you on Discord for you to claim your prize. If you don't do that, you're not going to claim the prize. Waste of time. It's not really my problem. Do you know what I mean? If people don't want to claim it, then that's up to them. So I'm pretty happy with GU. Then that is my main trade. Now what do? We go to the trading journal and we start to fill it in. Now before I go through the trading journal, I made a mistake. And what was that mistake? And that was that from the 23rd of April to the 28th of May, I didn't journal what I was doing. And in bright red, you can see what I told myself. Did not journal for the whole month. Worst month of the year. Lesson learned. This is like what I use my journal for. It's it's like a realization check of if I've done something wrong or I've made a mistake. And it just goes to show that no matter how long you've been in the industry, sometimes you don't get everything right in terms of like how you follow things. And I was I can sit here and make excuses about how busy I was at work and at events and stuff, and it's true. But the point of the point is that I dropped the ball with the journal. I sort of lost what I was doing in terms of my trading. I wasn't clear and succinct enough, And it caused a 3.5% loss for May, from the 23rd of April to 28th of May, which is where we are now. 3.5% loss, because I wasn't really tracking what I was doing. I wasn't trading properly. And that just goes to show the power of using the trading journal. Because when I was doing it properly in January, February, March, and the majority of April, I was 11%, 13%, 12% up. Well, I just shredded nearly 4% for May because I didn't track what I was doing properly. And that's a lesson learned. I got complacent because I was in decent profit. I dropped the ball, and I won't be doing that again. So, when it comes to June, what I've decided to do, although it's still in May and I could put the trade in for May here, I'm starting a new tab and a fresh start. So I know that I haven't placed that GU trade in June, but just because I want to show what it looks like from when I started journaling again, I'm going to put this trade in as the 1st of June. We're pretty much there anyway. So I'm going to do 06, 01, 2025. Okay, I'm now long on GBP USD. Okay, my entry price was 1.34679. My exit price, I don't know yet. Strategy was 61.8 fib, 50%. I'm just going to put SMC for strategy because my confidence level was a 5 on that trade. Fundamentally bearish dollar, 61.8 fib with 50% imbalance and H4 order block. A lot of confluence there for me. And now we wait to see how that trade gets on. Once that trade's finished, I'll show you on the journal. I'll put it into my 2025 trading master tab, and it will update my P&L. And there we have it. So I will not be letting that journal slip again. Okay. Good stuff. Right, the other market that I was looking at, and I will go through the requests now, because I know I've spent a lot of time on that. But just quickly, wanted to show you dollar. This is frustrating. This is where if I was still scalping, I would have got in here. Look at that. I mean, we did sort of wick out to the top, but I do like UJ downside as well. But it's probably a market which could go a little bit higher. If you look at that. It could go a little bit higher, and I've already got exposure on GU now, so I will not be taking any more risk on the dollar. Now, some of the requests. Let's start with the dollar index from Dan, T minus, on the 4-hour time frame, and again, it fed into my GU trade, because when I looked at the dollar, I'm bearish on the dollar for multiple reasons. But a nice breakout below here, we know that. It didn't really retest the trend line, to be honest, that we broke out of, but then made a break of structure to the downside, and then come up and traded straight into our 4-hour supply zone, which is a key resistance area for me. And so, although we might get a little bit of this, generally speaking, I expect another wave to the downside. And when I look at the monthly time frame, which I've told you about multiple occasions, this looks very vulnerable on the monthly for a move lower, potentially down towards 94, 95. If I can get that, then my GU trade should be really, really good. How does that look on EU? Well, EU on the monthly time frame, Dan, still for me still looks amazing for a big breakout up to 1.2. You can see on the monthly time frame that we've broken out above here. That's been my main sort of analysis that I know in the back of my mind. I know the monthly is bullish because of what I'm seeing. We've tried multiple times. We've tested these areas multiple times, and we've seen bullish rejections every single time. So for me, I'm looking for longs. Okay. It's not as clear though. It's not as clear as GU is. I would probably look for something like this. Now, I don't need to worry too much about this trade because I'm already in GU. But if I wasn't, I'd probably look for this. I'd probably look for something like that. That's how I would trade EU, really simply. And that trade could happen. It's probably going to put a bit of a. It's probably going to stop me out on GU. But if it does, then I'll be looking to execute that one. And you'll see in similar zones. Amazing. That's exactly what I'd do. So yeah. What else have we got? What other requests we've got? I believe we had some trend rider requests on USD dollar yen 4-hour trend rider. Yeah, let's go onto my trend rider template. Dollar yen. There isn't a trend rider opportunity, Daniel. To be honest, we can see that these moving averages are like touching each other now. So we're at the cusp of a bullish crossover, but we also could be looking for another leg lower. You can see why I say it's important on the trend rider. I only like to enter on the first test when there's a valid entry, because you start entering at like the 5th or 6th test and you're opening yourself up for a retracement and being stopped out. So at the moment, there's no trade for me on dollar yen on the trend rider just yet. I actually had an EU trend rider which didn't work out. Oh well, it happens. Same with USD Swiss franc at the moment. You can see that we're not. This is the people. Don't assume we're going to get a bullish crossover. This could be something that looks. I don't know. Let's find an example. We could be looking at something like this for a bit. This could be forming a new consolidation. Okay. Again, if you look at where was the entry for USD Swiss? That was the entry that if you were trading it, that's where we should have entered here, and you'd be roughly at break even now. So you'd still be in the trade. So you're happy to leave it. And I believe the dollar will. I am still bearish on the dollar, and I believe it's going to go lower. Therefore, I would hold on to that if I was in that trend rider. But I'm not in one at the moment, and I'm not looking to get involved, to be honest, just yet. Okay, let's take a look at gold. I still think gold, because of my opinion on the dollar, I'm not looking to sell gold, but I think we might see a move up to 3,450. Yeah, it happens, Dan. It happens, Dan. I got stopped out of it as well. We are still respecting this support area here, but if I was going to trade gold, and I'm not, because I've already got some exposure in the dollar, I'm not really looking to trade gold too much. I would probably, if it was me, sorry, let me get rid of the, let me go on my normal template. I don't want the trend rider strategy on. We see we just got stopped out there. That was a trade I marked on Monday. I didn't exit. I told you I wasn't trading it, but here we go. Price is all balanced here, and we filled the fair value gap. So we shouldn't come. If we're coming down here, we're coming lower, I think. Which means that a good area for me would be something like this. This is how I would trade it. Five to one. That's how I would trade it. That's how I would trade gold. For those who wanted to, my opinion on gold, that's what I would do. There is also the chance that we go right from here. That is a chance. We look like we could be forming a head and shoulders pattern as well. If we do form a head and shoulders, that supports a move down into this area at 3265, where I believe we'll see some support. GBP, Japanese yen, dollar, pound yen. Let's look at the daily. Just stuck, aren't we? Not really too much going on there, if I'm being honest. Yeah, we're sort of in, for me, we're not really in an area to trade dollar yen. I keep saying dollar yen, pound yen. You see how we've taken out this high? That supports the bearish move. Okay. There's not really anything there. No, I don't really like it. I don't like that price action at all, if I'm being honest. You could argue both sides. We're sort of stuck. We're stuck between in this range, in this general consolidation. So it's in no man's land for me. So I'm not really going to give an opinion on something that I'm not sure on. If you was forcing me to, I'd probably say around 194 could be a support area to drive pound yen higher. But I don't have much confidence in that, so I will not be. I can't really see anything. Okay, US 30. US 30 is great. I like more upside here. Look what happened as well. Look how we filled that gap and then started to trade higher. Let's just drop down onto the hourly time frame so I can get a more zoomed in version. Okay, I can't imagine it's going to go. I had a liquidity sweep here. Look at that. Sorry, I'm tired, by the way. I've went to bed at 2 a.m. and woke up at 6, so I'm knackered. Taking out these equal lows. Nice reaction to the upside. There is nothing in that retracement. I like more upside here. This is something that I might try and get involved in if I can. Where though? You've got this area. It's a massive demand zone though. It's not the best, but that's what I would do. I'm going to try and look at the other indices, see if there's anything better. US 100. Oh, we didn't get a move down there. S&P. Similar sort of thing. No, I think the US 30 looks the best because we've actually got the liquidity sweep as well there. So that is probably what I would do. Or set an alert there. And go. How do I change the name of it? Message. This is the US 30 H1 order block. Wait for lower time frame break of structure. That's what I would do, people, for the stock market. We did look at dollar yen at the beginning of the stream, Ludovic. If you just rewind it, we did take a look at dollar yen. I like more downside on dollar yen, but I think it's probably the one that could have a little bit more room to go to the upside. Maybe up towards this 1.45. I do like it. I do like it to the downside, to be fair, from where it is now. I like a move at least down to 143.5, maybe even 143, to be honest with you. But that's because I'm bearish on the dollar, and I love that reaction. Let me just quickly check GU. How are we getting on? Nice. Daniel started to trade the US 30 and the NAS on the breakout first hour of the session. Excuse me. Is the range and break the breakout working good so far? Nice. Okay. And that pretty much sums it up. So to give you a summary, GU I'm in. I like EU if that fails. I'd like dollar yen to the downside. I like the gold upside trade as well, and I definitely will probably be placing the US 30 long if I can get into that point of interest. As I always say, should I execute a trade, I like to document what I do, so I will share that with you alongside the trading journal, so you can actually see me trading on these streams all the time from now on. I will not be dropping the ball in the journal ever again. I've already made that mistake this year, so I won't be doing that. Okay, right, let's let's do the giveaway. 65 entries. First prize, $10,000 Atmos funded challenge. Second prize, 50% deposit bonus into Taurex. Should you be a winner of the giveaway, either on the stream whilst I'm live or after I've finished going live, please comment your Discord username, and I will message you and reach out to you on how you can claim that prize. Good luck to those who are involved. Terms and conditions do apply as always, and I always send you the terms and conditions. This isn't available to UK clients, unfortunately, as per FCA regulation. Good luck. This first one is the Atmos challenge. Tech and Trade, congratulations, you have won a $10,000 Atmos funded challenge. Well done to you. If you are around, please drop your Discord username and I'll get in touch with you on how you can win that prize. Very well done to you, and yeah, good stuff. Good luck. Okay, the second winner for the 50% deposit bonus into Taurex is T-, Dan. Drop me your Discord username, Dan, and I will be able to sort you out with that prize, should you wish to. I know you're a prop trader, actually, aren't you? So anyway, well done to you, Dan, and good stuff. I know Dan as well, so nice one. Okay, I'll give it sort of a minute or so for people to. I know your username, Dan, anyway, so it's fine. Tech and Trade, you did win. Good man. Thank you very much. Congratulations to you, Tech and Trade, as well. Really good stuff. I have just got your Discord username, and I will. Nice one, Dan. Okay, good stuff. Right, I will message you both after the stream. For those of you who didn't win, we will be doing another live giveaway on Monday, of course, and Wednesday next week. I won't be streaming for the rest of this week, but I will be active in the Discord channel, so any trades that I do place and any updates on the markets and all the any questions that anyone has, you can reach out to me on the Taurex or the Atmos Discord channel, and I'll be more than happy to assist you. Until then, I hope everyone has a good rest of the trading week. Hope your trades treat you well and the markets treat you well. And if you do need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Okay, take care, trade well, trade safe.